Welcome to this space of reflection and wisdom. Here we don't just talk about numbers, but about symbols that carry within them the energy of the universe, echoes of ancient masters, and reminders for our souls. Before we delve into the numbers that can bring prosperity and abundance this September, I invite you to quiet your mind and open your heart. Imagine yourself sitting at the foot of a sacred tree as Buddha became enlightened under the fig tree of Bodh Gaya. With each breath, feel more present, more awake, more connected to the flow of life. In this moment, everything we need is here. The past is gone. The future has not yet arrived. Only this moment belongs to us. May this video be more than a list of numbers. May it become a path of reflection, an opportunity to awaken to true prosperity, which is born of balance, inner peace, and clarity of mind, luck and prosperity energies for September. Just as the waves of the sea follow their constant rhythm, life also manifests itself in cycles and patterns. Among these patterns, numbers present themselves as subtle signs that often go unnoticed, but which carry profound messages for our journey. In Buddhism, we learn that everything around us is interconnected. The breath of the wind, the fall of a leaf, the appearance of a number in a dream or on a simple clock. Nothing happens by chance. Every detail can become a reminder of the Dharma, the teaching that leads us to awakening. In this video, we will discuss 10 numbers that bring energies of luck and prosperity for September 2025. But we won't see them only as instruments for material gain. We will look at them as spiritual keys that can open doors to abundance in all areas of life: health, serenity, relationships, wisdom, and even financial prosperity. The month of September is special. It represents the transition between seasons, the time of harvest, and also the preparation for new ones. Cycles. It's a propitious time to align yourself with cosmic and spiritual forces. Throughout this journey, you'll discover that each number has a unique vibration that can harmonize with your heart and mind. And more important than trying your luck is understanding that true luck arises when we are in tune with the natural flow of life. I invite you to listen carefully, not only with your ears, but also with your awakened heart. Let each word, each reflection, be like a drop of dew, gently falling on the flower of your spirit. 2. The spiritual meaning of numbers in Buddhism. Before we reveal the 10 most significant numbers for September 2024, we need to understand the profound meaning that numbers carry on the spiritual path. In Buddhism, each number is not just a count, but a living symbol, a silent teaching that points to truth. Let's reflect on some of them. Number 1 represents supreme unity, the awakened mind. It is the reminder that behind all differences, there is only one essence: pure consciousness. Just as the flame of a candle can light thousands of others, the one reminds us of the single source of life. Number 2 symbolizes the duality we experience: joy and sorrow, light and shadow, birth and death. But in the Dharma, we learn that this duality is only appearance. 2 invites us to harmony and balance. Number 3 represents the 3 treasures: Buddha, the awakened master; Dharma, the teachings; and Sangha, the spiritual community. It is the number of refuge, protection, and guidance. When we think of 3, we remember that we are never alone. Number 4. Often misunderstood in some cultures, in Buddhism it symbolizes the 4 noble truths, which reveal the nature of suffering and the path to liberation. 4 is the solid foundation of understanding. Number 5 reflects the 5 precepts that guide the practitioner's ethical life: do not kill, do not steal, do not lie, do not engage in harmful behavior, and do not intoxicate the mind. It is a reminder of righteous conduct. Number 7, a sacred number in many traditions. In Buddhism, it evokes the image of Buddha taking 7 steps after birth, symbolizing the purity and completion of the path. Number 8, one of the most powerful. It represents the Noble Eightfold Path, a guide to a life of wisdom, ethics, and meditation. It is the number of spiritual prosperity and also of material abundance, when used wisely. Number 10, symbol of plenitude and perfection. 10 is the number that ends one cycle and prepares the beginning of another, reminding us that everything is impermanent and renewable. These numbers are not magical in themselves. They are mirrors that reflect states of mind and soul. When we look at them consciously, they cease to be mere numbers and become silent teachers, guiding us toward clarity and true prosperity, aligning with the cosmic forces of September. September is a month of passage, a portal between the vibrant heat of summer and the contemplative softness of autumn. Or, in other parts of the world, between the chill of winter and the flowery promise of spring. Regardless of the season you find yourself in, September is always a time of transition, of harvest, and of preparation for new cycles. In the Buddhist vision, each moment of transition is a precious opportunity. It is when the mind becomes more receptive, like the earth opening to receive the seed. Thus, September invites us to align our hearts with the cosmic rhythm, to realize that we are part of the great universal dance. Imagine now the September sky opening before you. The stars, like tiny points of wisdom, twinkle gently, reminding us that there is a greater order sustaining all that exists. Each number we will soon explore vibrates within this energy field, like notes of a cosmic song resonating in your life. This month, the energy favors 3 important movements. Reflection, looking at what we've experienced so far this year, learning from our choices, and giving thanks for our achievements. Renewal, leaving behind what no longer serves us, making room for the new. Alignment, connecting with symbols, practices, and intentions that bring us closer to true prosperity. To align with these forces, a simple exercise is all it takes. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and visualize a golden wave of light enveloping your entire being. This light represents the energy of September, which nourishes your mind and heart. Feel how, little by little, this energy opens paths, removes blockages, and prepares you to receive the signs the universe wishes to offer you. Thus, when lucky numbers manifest this month, you will see them not only as material opportunities, but as spiritual reminders that you are in the flow of life. The 10 numbers of prosperity in September 2025. Now that we understand the symbolism of numbers and the special energy of September, let's dive into the 10 most auspicious numbers for this month. Each of them is not only a key to material prosperity, but also a spiritual invitation to align your mind and heart with the flow of abundance. For each number, I will share its spiritual meaning in Buddhism, the specific energy it carries in September 2025, and a simple meditative practice you can perform. Number 3, spiritual meaning, represents the 3 treasures, Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. It is a symbol of protection and refuge. Energy in September brings strength to connections, support, and harmonious relationships. Practice. Mentally recite the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum 3 times upon waking, feeling protected and guided. Number 5, spiritual meaning, represents the 5 precepts that cultivate ethics and clarity. Energy in September inspires wise choices, clarity in financial decisions, and emotional balance. Practice. At the end of the day, recall 5 blessings received and give silent thanks. Number 7, spiritual meaning, evokes the 7 steps of Buddha at birth, a symbol of purity and awakening. Energy in September protects against difficulties, and opens the way to new opportunities. Practice. During the week, choose a moment and take 7 conscious steps, breathing and affirming internally, I am on the path of abundance. Number 8, spiritual meaning, represents the Noble Eightfold Path, a guide to liberation and balance. Energy in September. Vibration of material prosperity, spiritual harmony, and luck in endeavors. Practice. Visualize the infinity symbol, a reclining 8, radiating golden light in your heart. Number 9, spiritual meaning, number of completion and accumulated wisdom. Energy in September. It indicates the harvest of previous efforts, the arrival of rewards and recognition. Practice. Upon waking, take 9 deep breaths, cultivating gratitude for everything you have already achieved. Number 10, spiritual meaning, symbolizes wholeness, perfection, and completed cycles. Energy in September opens space for new beginnings and unexpected opportunities. Practice. Write 10 intentions for this month and keep them on your altar or near your bed. Number 11, spiritual meaning, represents connection with the divine, heightened intuition, and spiritual portals. Energy in September favors inspired decisions and meaningful encounters. Practice. Meditate at 11:11 a.m., focusing on the silence of the mind and asking for inner clarity. Number 22, spiritual meaning, called the Master Number. It is a symbol of solid construction and achievement. Energy in September helps manifest dreams into concrete reality. Practice. Write 20, sometimes a positive affirmation, such as, I am open to abundance in all forms. Number 33, spiritual meaning, represents elevated compassion, care for others, and altruistic wisdom. Energy. In September, indicates that helping others also attracts prosperity to yourself. Practical. Give something simple to someone. It could be a smile, a word of encouragement, or practical help. Number 108, spiritual meaning, a sacred number in Buddhism, present in the 108 grains of the mala, used for mantras. Energy in September. It is the most powerful this month, bringing purification, spiritual strength, and alignment with the universe. Practical. Recite a mantra 108 times, or simply breathe consciously 108 times in a moment of calm. These numbers aren't just cosmic lucky draws. They are symbolic gateways to abundance, which opens not only financially, but also in health, peace, and inner wisdom. How to use these numbers in daily life. The numbers we share should not be seen as simple symbols of external luck, but as spiritual companions that can be incorporated into your daily life. When we use these numbers with awareness and intention, they become reminders of our connection to Dharma and the cosmic forces that sustain us. Here are some simple and profound ways to use these numbers in September. Meditation. With numbers, choose one of the numbers that resonates most with you and use it as the focus of your meditation. For example, inhale for a count of 3. Exhale for a count of 3. Repeat this cycle, allowing your mind to align with the chosen symbol. Sacred writing. Write the number on a piece of paper, calmly and consciously, repeating it as many times as you feel necessary. Place this paper in a special place. It could be on your altar, under your pillow, or inside a prayer book. This practice creates a link between your intention and the flow of the universe. Mindful observation. During the month, notice when any of these numbers appear in your life. On a date, on a clock, on a license plate, or even in dreams. Instead of treating it as a coincidence, see it as a sign that you are aligned with the flow of abundance. Mantras and repetitions. Associate the numbers with meditative repetitions. For example, recite a mantra, utter 8 times. Take 10 deep breaths upon. Waking, recall 5 blessings received before going to sleep. These simple gestures connect the mind to the spiritual energy of the number. Small, intention rituals integrate the numbers into everyday actions. Place 3 flowers on the altar. Light 7 candles throughout the month, dedicating each one to a different area of your life. Repeat a positive affirmation 20 times, creating a bridge between thought and manifestation. Remember, this is not superstition, but intentional awareness. Numbers serve as silent reminders to live with greater presence, gratitude, and openness to the natural flow of prosperity. When we look at them with an awakened heart, they cease to be numbers and become living prayers. Spiritual reflection. Dear seeker of wisdom, so far we have talked about numbers, practices, and ways to align with the energies of September. But there is one essential point we cannot forget. True prosperity is not measured solely in material goods or external gains. The Buddha taught us that the root of suffering lies in attachment and unbridled desire. If we seek only to accumulate external riches, we run the risk of living forever dissatisfied, like someone who drinks salt water and remains thirsty. So, reflect, what good is winning the lottery if your heart remains empty? What is the value of abundance if it doesn't bring peace, compassion, and gratitude? Genuine wealth flourishes when we cultivate wisdom, kindness, and inner serenity. The numbers you saw here are reminders, invitations to awaken this abundance that already exists within you. I invite you now to a small practice. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deeply. Feel the air flowing in and out, like the eternal flow of life. Imagine before you a number that resonates most with your heart. Visualize that number shining in golden light. Now, allow this light to expand, illuminating your mind, your heart, and all areas of your life. Finally, smile softly and say silently, I am already prosperous. I am already abundant. I am already complete. When we cultivate this inner certainty, life reorganizes itself. Opportunities arise, blocks dissolve, and true luck begins to manifest naturally. Yeah, metaphors and inspiring examples. The human mind learns not only from concepts, but also from stories and symbols that speak directly to the heart. Just as numbers carry vibrations, metaphors help us see the invisible and understand what lies beyond words. The seed and the field imagine a small seed. To many it seems insignificant, but when placed in fertile soil, watered patiently, and illuminated by the sun, it grows into a leafy tree, offering shade, fruit, and life. So too are numbers. Alone they may seem simple, but when placed in the soil of the awakened heart, they can transform into great blessings, the river of life. Think of a river that flows without clinging to the stone it encounters, nor does it try to retain the water that has already passed. It simply flows. In the same way, true prosperity arises when we let life flow, without clinging to what has already been, and without fearing what will come. The numbers that appear in our path are like small, shiny stones by the river, signs that we are on the right path. The monk and the bowl. There is an ancient story of a monk who received only a handful of rice in his bowl each day. Some thought he was poor, but when asked about his life, he replied, "With this handful, I have everything I need. With each grain, I see the generosity of the universe." This monk reminds us that prosperity is not in how much we have, but in how we recognize and give thanks for what we receive. The light of numbers. When a number repeats in your life, don't see it simply as a promise of immediate wealth. See it as a spiritual lantern, illuminating the next step on your path. Perhaps the number 3 brings you greater family unity, the number 8, more financial balance, or the number 108, more meditative depth. Each number is a reminder. You are being guided, you are being cared for. Just as a traveler follows the moon's glow to find their way through the night, you can follow these symbols to walk with greater confidence and serenity. Closing. We have reached the end of this meditative journey through the numbers of prosperity. In September 2025, we have discussed symbols, meanings, and practices. But above all, we have discussed how each number can be a mirror of our own consciousness. Remember, true luck lies not in winning or losing, but in living with an awakened heart and a peaceful mind. When we cultivate gratitude, when we learn to let go of attachments and trust the flow of life, everything we need comes to us in its own time. Numbers are signs, but the greatest treasure lies in your conscious presence, here and now. If you can take away one single message from this video, let it be this: abundance already lives within you, and with each breath it is renewed. May September be a month of prosperity, joy, and above all, wisdom. If these reflections touched your heart, I invite you to continue this journey of wisdom and prosperity. Subscribing and following this series isn't just a matter of clicking a button. It's a commitment to yourself, to the awakening of consciousness, and to the expansion of your heart. Each video is an opportunity to nourish your mind, strengthen your inner peace, and align yourself with the flow of life. So, dear seeker, allow yourself to continue on this journey. Let the light of wisdom illuminate your next steps, and may each number, each breath, and each conscious gesture lead you to true prosperity, the kind that arises from balance, compassion, and inner serenity. Namaste.